Hey everybody, it's Toya Taylor and I'm back with another video. This is the review for Tyler Perry Sistas Season 6, Episode 6. The title of the episode is Mending Fences. Now y'all, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm up trying to give y'all this review because I had already recorded this review. I believe it was like Thursday or Friday. I had already recorded this review, but I didn't put it out because I wanted to do it over. Simply because I just wasn't really, my energy wasn't there that day. It wasn't. It really wasn't. I had been going through some things, y'all. Life been life, y'all. So, I wanted to come back on a better day when I'm feeling much better. And I'm just not waking up, so I'm feeling much better. And I gave the episode my undivided attention. And I want to give y'all my review now. So, I'm back and I'm better. And we about to start this review. Now, we start the episode off where we see Preston and Danni laying in the bed. Danni wake up and realize that she slept with Preston last night. And she was like, how'd you get in the bed with me? And now she's just totally embarrassed because Preston is recapping last night for her, telling her how she done rolled him like a cowgirl. And recorded it and tried to post it on the Pornhub, y'all. Y'all, Danni doing a lot. And Preston is loving every bit of it. So she was like, look, I was high out my mind last night. I don't even remember what happened. And then she had to tell him, you need to call that girl. Danni, what girl? I'm sure you or Preston wasn't thinking about that girl last night. So why are we going to wake up and think about her? Preston said, let that girl go home. And let her go home. Because I knew ain't no way she was going to be sitting back in that hotel room waiting on Preston to make a decision. Clearly. I honestly don't even understand why Mending was thrown into this storyline. If it was just going to be she came and he gave her the ring that he first gave to Danni. The same shit Gary did to Andi back season 1. Whenever he gave that same ring that he took from Andi, well, Andi gave back to him. He went and gave it home. He went home and gave it to his wife Jasmine. I guess as an upgrade, y'all. Child, Preston done pulled that same shit, but ain't nobody gave him the backlash that they gave Gary for doing it. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about all that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Mindy, she realized that this man don't want me. So I'm finna go ahead and go home and find one that do. And I'm glad that she chose to, because, girl, you would have been sitting back wasting your time. Clearly. Now, Preston told Danni that you was even telling me you loved me last night. You told me that you're sorry that all of this even happened. And I'm just like, for one, haven't you ever heard of caught in the moment? So, I mean, don't take all that to your head, Preston, because Danni could have just been caught up in the moment telling y'all that. And for two, I don't even understand why she is the one apologizing for the whole situation. Why is she apologizing for it? Because she is not the only reason for the whole situation. No. She didn't tell you to go out and start bouncing around and bopping around from this woman to that woman, any woman with some brown skin that you see. She didn't tell you to go out and start a whole relationship with this woman named Mending. Honestly, you been with her even before I came along. Because clearly you say she from back then. So Danni didn't tell you to do all that and behind her back. And then Slick get engaged to this woman and everything. And Danni just not finding out that this woman is even a part of your life. This girl didn't even know nothing about Mending. And she letting you lay up in her bed every day. So, I don't even understand why Danni was the one having to apologize for the whole situation. Y'all gonna have to explain this to me. Danni acting like she's just so embarrassed that she slept with Q last night. Why? I mean, not Q. That's who she should have been embarrassed about. That's who she should have been acting like this about. When she slept with Q, when she got high enough to let him go lay in her bed and wake up in her bed and take a shower before he left. That's who she should have been doing all of this about. Talking about, oh, I'm done smoking weed. I'm done. Yeah, you should have been done when you woke up with Q, criminal ass Q on the side of you. Child. Now over at the penthouse, Karen shows up to let Andi know that Pam called her last night to take Zach up on his offer. Y'all. So, Andi like, why are you taking him up on the offer to fix the salon? I told you I could fix the salon for you. And I'm just going to go ahead and be honest. I don't really care for Andi's cold shoulder with Karen on this scene. To me, she just got stiff shoulder. I don't like it. Because she got the nerve to say, when Karen was like, come on, Andi, why are you acting like that? Like, I'm supposed to be your friend. And she was like, both of y'all are my friend. Fatima is my friend too. I get that, Andi, but honestly, for one, I was your friend first. For two, it didn't seem like Fatima was that much of your friend whenever you watch Zach fly out the law firm fast as Sonic the Hedgehog just to come and check on me. Then when he got to the salon, he didn't even pay no attention to Fatima. And when Fatima realized that Karen was the center of attention, she called a ride share and left. And you have not even called to check up on her, Andi. Or shall I say, her friend. Her friend haven't even called to check up on her since then. But you can call her and leave her a voicemail telling her that you're going to need her at the office around 5 o'clock for an early morning meeting. But you're so much of a friend, Andi. Girl, stop it. That's what you need to do. And honestly, Karen should have read your ass down. Now, Karen let her know straight up. You seen how he was coming for me. Because she started trying to remind Karen that Zach is in love with Fatima. We already closed this chapter. We can't reopen this book. Andi is constantly trying to remind Karen of that. When she needs to be trying to remind Zach that Zach is in love with Fatima. And we've already closed this chapter. Karen wasn't the one that flew out the door devastated because she thought Zach was dead. Karen wasn't the one that neglected her spouse because she thought her ex was dead. Karen wasn't the one that offered to help him out after his salon burnt down. So I don't understand why you're trying to get it through her head that Zach is in love with Fatima. And Zach has moved on. And we have closed this chapter. You need to be over there talking to Zach about this. Because Karen wasn't thinking about Zach. Karen wasn't. Karen was coming on her way from the hospital whenever she walked up to her salon and Zach and everybody else was already there. Yeah. So like I said, just because she's not ignoring the fact that this man is not over her and this man still loves her and this man want to help her out, so be it. He's not married to Fatima. He don't have to ask Fatima if he can go and help whoever he want to help. Fatima is not his mother. And I understand that it's kind of hard to unsee that now since it's been written that way. You know, it seems like she's his mom. But she's not his mom and she's not his wife. So honestly, Zach has the right to help whoever the hell he want to help. Now, y'all know Andi had to bring up her situation with Gary, but I'm not even going to get into all of that. Just know that she done finally told Gary the truth. Karen told her that, look, I don't see what's the big deal. Because it ain't like I see no lies anyway. Clearly. I forgot to mention, though, that Andi feels some type of way because Karen taking Zach up on his offer but not taking her up on hers. Honestly, you can still help. If it mean that much to you to help her out with her salon, you can still help. Just because Zach helping don't mean you can't help. Or it's really because you really salty because she's going to Zach for help, period. And in your mind, you need to leave Zach alone because he's in love with Fatima, and I don't want you to mess up what they got going on. That's how Andi looking at it. Karen can't mess up nothing that Zach and Fatima got going on. Only Zach can mess that up. Or Fatima, period. Only they can mess up what they got going on. And clearly, he ain't worrying about it. He really not worrying about what they got going on. He's making decisions before even talking to her. So, Andi, I feel like you need to just sit back and relax and stop worrying about why she's taking Zach up on his offer. Hell, probably because she spent 3 years with him and matters a damn about the $75,000. That's the least he can do is help her rebuild her salon. She can count that as closure. Just because she accepting help from him don't mean that she want to be with him. Even though, I don't know, the way Karen been talking these days, who knows? But the way I would move on this situation, I don't have to be with you. I don't even have to conversate with you just because you helping me rebuild my salon. Period. You can stay over there with Fatima. But I can still receive your help. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I don't understand why Andi do. Okay, so now we see Danni in the bathroom. She's calling Sabrina, trying to tell her about her wild night with Preston last night. And y'all, I'm so glad Sabrina ain't had time to hear that shit. She over there trying to get ready for a serious matter that she have to go handle. She's going to go meet a lawyer that Bio bruh man has paid for her and Maurice to try to get off this case. And Danni think that she got time to sit on the phone and talk about whether she gonna stop smoking weed or not. Goodbye. I'll talk to you later about all of this foolishness. Now, over there at Zach's place, Fatima is creeping back in with her heels in her hand. And I'm like, girl, where you coming from? You ain't talk about all that though. But Zach is still asleep. And she don't want to wake him, so she go into the next room, I guess, to get undressed or ready for work or whatever. And so, lo and behold, he got woken up anyway, but it wasn't by Fatima, it was from Karen. She called. So he wake up, answer the phone, and Karen on there talking about some, good morning. It's morning. I'm like, Karen, don't come out weird now, okay? Because she ain't wasting no time getting to that salon to meet Zach. I'm telling y'all, baby, she is literally speeding in the fast lane, pedal to the floor, man, trying to get back to her love. And I ain't talking about the salon. Y'all, Karen is doing the most. So she telling Zach, she was like, it's morning. Zach was like, what time is it? She told him what time it was. He was like, okay, give me about 45 minutes so I can take a shower and everything, and I'll still meet you there. And so before she got off the phone, she was like, okay, well, they give me time to go and get me some breakfast. You want anything? So, y'all, Karen done hit him with the, do you want anything, y'all? She thinks she's asleep. So, Zach was like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, you sure? I can get that biscuit for you that you used to love all the time. Y'all, not the biscuit. Karen is a mess, y'all. She doing a lot right now. And y'all, Fatima in the next room, she listening to all of these. But Zach don't know it yet. So he hang up the phone with Karen. And he called Fatima. Fatima didn't answer the phone. Whole time Fatima in the house, listening to your conversation. And he hang up the phone talking about, well, no, he leave for a voicemail Talking about, I see you still being petty. You only made up one side of the bed. Where you at? At work? Call me back. Where you at? At the gym? Zach don't even know where she coming from, y'all. So that's a question for me. Now, so Fatima, after that, y'all, I'm losing sidetrack, y'all. This train coming by. That's what it is. Sorry about the train. But yeah, Zach, he started tossing all the pillows and the covers off the bed, talking about Fatima being petty for only making up one side of the bed. And I already said in my trailer prediction review, how the hell Fatima was supposed to make up a bed with somebody still laying in it? Why you won't get your ass up and make up the bed? You ain't finna do shit but go meet your ex at a salon to help her. So get your ass up and make the bed. Ugh. Okay, now we see Hayden. He comes to Gary's office to visit him and to also let him know the stupid mistake that he made last night, y'all. Okay, so y'all remember that Miami trip, the business trip that Hayden was supposed to go on to Miami, and he took Tamara with him? Yes. Remember the business trip? Y'all. Well, turns out the business trip turned out to a fun vacation in Vegas. So I guess Hayden didn't really have no business to go handle from the start, because he claimed that the Miami trip was a business trip. But now he in Gary's office saying that Tamara talked him into going to Vegas instead. How could someone talk you into going to Vegas if your business is in Miami? The business you got to handle is in Miami. But she talked you out of going to go handle your business and let's just go to Vegas and have fun. But you want to act like a boss. Okay, Hayden. Whatever. Yeah. So, they wind up in Vegas at the Elvis Chapel saying, I do. Y'all. Hayden done married Tamara. Talking about he did his own type of vetting, y'all. He have not bit more betty shit. And on top of that, for Gary to be so worried about have Hayden vetted Tamara, Gary, you ain't doing too much vetting yourself over there with Andi. Clearly. So, boy, stop talking about he'll be able to find out who Tamara is and the ancestors that rode in on the ship by the end of the day. Y'all, if Gary can find out that much information, I'm trying to find out why was it so hard for him to find out little shit like Andi having sex with Paris and Robin being in the picture. Why he ain't been knew that Robin dick was bigger than his? If he can find out all this, he should have been knew about all of that. Clearly, because you had a whole telescope. So honestly, I don't even understand why you act so surprised whenever Andi told you that. Because I'm pretty sure you could see that in her expressions when she was making out with Robin. I'm sure you saw it for yourself that she enjoyed him a whole lot better than you. So Gary, you ain't doing much vetting either. Hush it up. Now, Hayden done married the stranger, and he talking about he need to know what to do. Well, Gary is the wrong person to be going to about it, because Gary didn't even know how to marry the right person for him. Honestly, he didn't even know how to pick his wife, his ex-wife to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine. He didn't even know how to pick her. Because the whole while he was with her, he cheated on her with Andi. So, Gary's the wrong person to go to for help on what to do about that. Honestly, what you should have did, Hayden, was not let that girl finish you. But being that it has happened, now you need to figure out a way to reverse it or either deal with it. And that's just that on that. Sabrina has made it over there to Maurice so that she can pick him up to take him to the lawyer with her to go talk to the lawyer about the case now. Honestly, Sabrina, if you had already told Maurice the day ahead to be ready early in the morning, we got business to go handle, and he was still in the bed, I would have left him right then, honestly. I wouldn't even sat there long enough to be talking about a tacky ass couch. Cause y'all, when she walked through the door, Calvin, he up there roaring and making love to the sofa, y'all, acting like he wanna hunch the sofa. That damn couch don't look that good, Calvin. And then Sabrina hurt his little feelings whenever she said, it's kind of tacky though. She didn't know it was his couch at the time. Yeah. His little feelings got hurt. And then she tried to back door and talk about, oh, it's beautiful, when she found out it was his. Girl, Sabrina, cut all that out. Go get Maurice out that goddamn room and tell him to come on. Bring his ass on, because this is a serious matter. He should have had his ass up and ready from the start. That's just how I see it. And the fact that his grown ass, the one that put y'all in the middle of this shit, because of fucking with Q, he not even up and ready to go and see the lawyer. You gotta basically drag him out the house. And I'm glad that she didn't let him waste all her time, because I'm like, Sabrina, you gonna be late fooling with Maurice. And Maurice ain't even taking this serious. Maurice act like he slick want to go back to jail. Okay, y'all already heard him say they love me in there. Yeah, so he slick act like he want to go back. So at this point, girl, let him. Him and his purple Barney silk gown that he got on, y'all. Sabrina, she finally grew some antennas and she left and she went to go handle her business. Like she said, look, I'm fighting for my freedom. If there's something you don't want to fight for, then hey, you by yourself on it. But after she left, Calvin was able to talk him into acting right for a little while, just to go and see what the lawyer got to say. Now Calvin, he wound up having to waste his gas now, just to take Maurice up there when you could have caught the ride out the door. I don't even understand why, but that's the least Calvin could do, since he is part reason why Q is even had access to be able to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? Calvin is part reason why. So that was the least that he could have did. Over at the law firm, Andi and Fatima, they see each other. And Andi, she's speaking to Fatima and everything. Fatima, she's telling Andi, she was like, well, no, Andi realized that something is wrong with Fatima. She was like, what's wrong? Is you okay? So here go Fatima talking about, Andi, I'm not about to play these games with you this morning. If you want to act like you don't know, then just forget it. What? Fatima, ain't nobody thinking about what the hell you got on your mind. That woman ain't coming to work ready to handle her business and deal with her meetings and all her propositions and all of this here, depositions, whatever the hell it's called. She ain't coming to work ready to deal with all that, and at the same time she got on her mind what's wrong with Fatima. Like, ain't nobody thinking about that shit but you. What happened to you the last time Andi seen you? Andi not thinking about Zach flying out the door like Sonic the Hedgehog the last time she seen you. She done went through so many conversations and so many observations. Child, she done been through it. She done even let her dude know that his ain't even big enough for her. Like, it done been a lot that Andi done been through. You know, crying over Karen, trying to find out who the baby daddy is. Been through a wild night of getting high. This girl just coming down off a high. And you think that she just walking around with Fatima, what's wrong with Fatima on her mind? Hell no. Ain't nobody thinking about that shit but you and Zach. I just had to say that. Now, Andi, she was like, oh, you talking about the way what Zach did to you last time I seen you? Oh, good. Are you okay? But Andi called herself a friend, and she just not checking on that lady. She just not checking on her friend. After all of this. Y'all. So I can kind of see why Fatima energy is the way that it is with Andi right now. But hell, at the same time, you couldn't just expect this girl to already know what's wrong with you. Now, she told Andi, she was like, I haven't talked to Zach after that happened, but I left home early this morning because I didn't even want to have to talk to him. No, you left home early this morning because Andi was already on your line, bugging you about coming in because of her early morning meeting. But it just happened to work out because you was able to just go ahead and go to work, so you didn't have to talk to him. Now, Andi said, I don't know how well that's going to work out because there he go right there. And here goes that. Lo and behold, walking into the law firm to come and tell Fatima that he going to go help Karen at the salon. He going to go meet Karen at the salon and help her. He ain't say I'm coming to ask Fatima, can I meet Karen at the salon to help her like he been doing. He said, I'm coming to tell Fatima that I'm on my way to meet Karen at the salon to go and help her. So y'all, Andi, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing this, Zach? Do you not know that you almost lost your fiancé the first time? Do you not see why she's still mad at you? Do you not see that you ran to the salon, you left your spouse alone, you neglected her to go and check on your ex? Now, I'm not going to say Andi don't have a point, because she do. But I am going to say, I don't understand why you got a problem with him helping your best friend when this is the ex-boyfriend of your best friend that put your best friend through a whole lot, that you had to be there for her after, he finished putting her through all of this. I don't see why you're not looking at it like, well, Zach, that's the least you can do. So I appreciate you for taking those measures to help her out with her salon. So I don't have to come out of pocket and help another friend at this moment, because I just had to help Sabrina. Like, honestly, I don't see why you're not looking at it like that. But I guess because you just dinky as hell. So I'm going to move right along on that. Now Fatima is in Andi's office taking off of her engagement ring. And she's telling Andi, she was like, I heard him on the phone with Karen this morning. Excuse me. She was like, I heard him on the phone with Karen this morning, and I know his I love you voice. I know his I want to have sex voice. I know all his voices. And this morning when he was on the phone with Karen, that was his I'm in love with you voice. And I'm like, Fatima, it ain't like this man ain't never told you this though. Like, he told you he still loved this woman before you had took it to this level with him. You act like this news is new. You had already knew this. So, Andi was like, what you gonna do? And she was like, I don't know, but by this time she started to take her ring off and everything. And she was telling Andi, she was like, look, I just don't want to wear the ring right now. Because right now I'm just going through it. And until we, get past this, can you just hold the ring down for me? So she gave the ring to Andi to put in a sacred place, but I don't believe that the place Andi chose to put it is that sacred. I really don't. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if something bad happened to that ring. Like, it come up stolen or, ruined. Who knows? Andi put it in a little box that's on her desk, but I mean, you do have the janitor that come in and clean up your offices and stuff. You don't know who to trust. Not saying that the janitor is going to steal anything. I believe the janitor is Paris, honestly. So who knows? Paris might find the ring and he might feel like, who knows what happened to this ring. But I just feel like this ring is going to come back up inside of either this season or the next season. And who knows? But I just hope that nothing bad happened to Fatima's ring. Either way it goes, you shouldn't have left it with Andi. That's how I feel. I feel like if you wanted to leave it in a sacred place. It should have been a place that only you know about. And that's just how I see it, because that ring do cost a lot of money. But moving right along from that, Sabrina shows up at the lawyer that Roman got for her, and then shortly after, Maurice and Calvin came. Now, I'm not sure why Sabrina let Calvin stick around in the room to listen to all of this, especially being that Roman was the one that bought the lawyer. I just feel like it's all the way weird, because Calvin and Brumman do not see eye to eye. They have had a fight. Calvin is banned from his restaurant. All type of stuff. You know. And she let Calvin, out of all people, stick around. And honestly, the lawyer shouldn't even let Calvin stick around in the room while he was telling them all this information. But anyway, that was just a side thought. Come to find out that the lawyer is trying to help them get the case thrown out. But, you know, if he's not able to do that, then they're possibly looking at about 15 years in prison. So, y'all, Maurice, he been playing all this time up until the lawyer said that. When the lawyer said that, he got for real. And when he should have been for real. He in his office using all type of profanity, like, Maurice, let's get it together. You is a grown man. And honestly, this lawyer don't owe you anything. No one that's sitting in here owe you anything. So I really wish you stop acting like people owe you something. Because if anybody should be taking this all the way serious, it should be you. Because you the reason why all of this has happened. Okay, now for the part that we all been waiting for. Pam and Pastor Aaron, they at the salon, y'all. And Karen, she don't know that Pastor Aaron is inside. So she outside talking to Pam, talking about some, girl, I wish you'd have been showing up this early whenever the salon was up and running. And I'm thinking in my head, hell, I thought she was. It seemed like to me she was there more than you. Now, after that, they start talking, and next thing you know, here come Pastor Aaron. He coming outside, y'all. So Karen like, what you doing here? When you got here, how they let you in? They said couldn't nobody come in. Aaron said, I ain't worried about that. I'm still gonna go in and clean up. Yo, the pastor breaking rules this morning when it come down to Karen, y'all. So he all up in the way. And next thing you know, well, he told them that they can go and look through the side door, because Karen was like, I need to see it. Because she was like, how bad is it? Aaron said it's not that bad. And from the looks of the fire, it didn't seem like it was going to be that bad. Like, I knew it was going to be fixable. Like, Karen is going to get her salon back. But, Karen, she told, Aaron that she'll step to the side and go see it or whatever. But while they was in the middle of talking, that's when Zach pulled up, y'all. Zach, he pulled up, popped out. And y'all know Pam, she just got a whole lot to say. So Karen told her to go inside and wait inside. And she also told Aaron to give them a minute, because as soon as Zach got out the car, he started trying to joan on Aaron, talking about, I like your suit. That's the best I ever seen you look. And y'all seen what Aaron had on. Talking about that's the best I ever seen you look. Child, Zach need to cut it. He really do. Because it really ain't no need for you to dislike Aaron. Except for the fact that he kind of whooped your ass. But we ain't going to talk about that in this review. Y'all, Zach still salty. But he really need to get over it, because if you moved on with Fatima and all of that there, and you really not trying to do all that with Karen, what's the hurtful? Let it go. So Aaron stepped to the side and gave Karen and Zach their alone time. And Zach started to tell Karen, I guess he was about to say, like, man, I just want to let you know I'm so glad you're alive. Like, you know, I'm thinking that he was just trying to express himself. And she told him, look, you don't have to say nothing. And then she reached in for a kiss on the cheek. But before she reached in for the kiss on the cheek, I did notice that Zach had already had her arms, like he was already holding her arms like that. I can't show it right now because I'm all wrapped up in this cup. But he was already holding her elbows, like he was holding her by the elbows, like, and she leaned in and gave him a kiss on the cheek. So to me, it seemed like they both was willing to kiss. And honestly, like I said, with the first kiss that happened in the salon, that Angela, her friend, or whoever the random was that took the picture of it, I feel like with that kiss, if Karen would have chose to kiss him on the lips, and she said that I could have if I wanted to. And she told Fatima that she could have kissed him on the lips if she wanted to. But she kissed him on the cheek instead out of respect for you. And I can say that Karen, throughout all this, yeah, she ain't really too much thinking about Fatima, but she have been asking about her. The first time when she called Zach's phone and she was on the phone with Zach, she asked, where's Fatima? And then the time when she called him that morning asking if he's still gonna meet her at the salon, she asked, is Fatima okay with this? She's giving Zach the option to give a fuck about your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But Zach ain't trying to do that. So I need people to stop trying to blame it on Karen, the fact that Zach ain't giving a fuck about Fatima right now. It's not Karen's fault. It's Zach's fault. And Karen also said, and Karen also told her the first time that if I wanted to kiss him on the lips, I could have, and he wouldn't have rejected it. Same way he wouldn't have rejected it at the salon. Same way he never rejected when I kissed him on the cheek. And if I wanted to go in for the lips, he would let me. Why? Because he still loved me. Fatima, you mad at the wrong one, boo. You need to be checking Zach, not Karen. So now, in the rear view, while all this is going on, y'all, while they over there kissing on the cheeks and shit, in the rear view of them, there's Fatima, standing with the yellow envelope in her hand. And I'm guessing that these is the child support papers. And y'all, it seemed like today was the only day that Zach finally asked about the baby. And he really didn't even ask about the baby. He just said that he don't think that the chemicals is good for the baby. So she don't need to go in the salon. And that itself raised questions. And let me tell you why. I don't mean for this review to be this long, but I have to get this out. Zach, if you knew that the chemicals was too much for Karen to step inside of the salon in the first place, why did you even go up there with that? Entertaining her foolishness. Let everybody else call it. Why you even went up there entertaining it? If you knew that it's no way for you to even step in the salon so that we can go over things, and, you know, the little story she told on the phone talking about, yeah, because I know you do contracting and all this other stuff, child. So she wants Zach to come look at the salon, so because he been building houses, so he should know what to do. But Zach, if you knew from the start when she first asked you that on the phone that you're not gonna be able to walk in the salon with me because you're pregnant and the chemicals is too strong for the baby, you should have known she was full of shit right then. But you still flew your ass up there and waited till you got up there just to tell her that you're not gonna be able to step in because the chemicals too strong for the baby. It seemed like to me, Zach, you just as confused and still in love as Karen. And I feel like Fatima see that now. So she's standing outside with the envelope, y'all. And who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I don't even know why she there with the envelope, because Zach ain't worried about Karen signing the papers right now. Zach only worried about helping Karen and helping her fix her salon right now. So y'all, I don't know what this is gonna be, but like I said, it don't look like it's looking good for Fatima. But we gonna see. on the next episode. Until then, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so, and also hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.